Hello, welcome to Reasons to Hope, week 40. I still can't believe it's week 40, neither can Rocket Pants. Did you all survive the internet outages? That was a crazy time, but we are back in action. We are not slowing down. We are writing this book of hope together. We have been doing it for 40 weeks now. Taking time every week to gather on Instagram Live and talk about what's giving us reasons to hope, taking moments throughout the day to note our daily 5 gratitudes. And this week, I'm really excited because I get to work with some amazing people at Root&Vine and at Consensus. And so we're going to do a little heart-to-heart with one of our very own. I'm bringing Jessica Patterson on in here, who just went through a major life change. Hello.
Hi. Oh, it's so bright. Oh, goodness.
Look at how sunny it is where you are. Yes.
Okay.
You are glowing. Literally.
Maybe a little too much.
No, I think it's great. It works exactly with like everything that's going on in your life.
Hi.
Hi. Where are you? Tell us all where you are.
I am in Nashville, Tennessee. Beautiful day. A few rain clouds coming in, but just landed after a cross-country move in Nashville.
How does it feel to be there?
You know, it feels really peaceful. I was sharing with you, Kate, that it's been quite a journey of getting here and deciding to come and why we would come, and just go through a transition that we've been through recently, myself and my family, that a year ago in September, September 10th, it's a very memorable day, but we had just kind of a normal day that the year prior, actually, in 2019, my husband lost a friend to colon cancer. And it kind of, it shook something that he was, young and, it just was quick and very aggressive. And so it gave him that little poke of intuition that said, I'm going to go get a checkup. And he did, and there was no problem. And then the year following is when you would go back for your next checkup. And of course, 2020, lots of things going on, kind of skipped the appointment, but then got to the fall and was like, I should really stay on that. I should really go and make sure everything's good. Went back for that regular checkup and had a little something in the blood work. Not a big thing. It was just like, oh, you know what? This is just a little off. It's a high end of a normal. It's still a normal, so I'm sure it's fine. And then they were like, well, let's just check it out, make sure. There was a little bit of a change. So it wasn't alarming. It was just, let's just make sure. I'm like, oh, great, thanks. Like, that's what I want my doctor to say. Let's just make sure. And so then they went to make sure, and found out that there was an advanced stage cancerous tumor on September 10th, 2020. And so we went from, a very normal day, teeth brushed, everything's like pandemic-y, but
Right.
But still just a normal day, to everything out of harmony. Just of course, a full crisis situation. What does this mean? What are the next steps? What do I pray on? Just so many questions right away. So the very strange thing was that very quickly, I don't know. I've tried to remember exactly when I mentioned it to him, but I know how quickly it was for me. That like right away, I just had this, I think we need to move to Nashville moment. What a strange thing to think in that moment.
Yeah.
Of like, hey, everything is crazy right now. How would we move in a really big way? Not the thing you would do in the middle of a crisis.
You were in LA at the time, living in LA.
Yeah, just south of LA, in the LA area. In 5 years prior, I'm Hoosier raised, proud Hoosier. and we had made a cross-country move 5 years prior. So we know what's involved in that. We know how hard it is to move a big ship. Um,
Yeah.
it's difficult to do. And at that point, we didn't have a family yet, and we were able to just go. We did a long cross-country trip. We stopped at all the sites. We saw all the things. We didn't have a lot of stuff, so it wasn't difficult. But in this situation, I have a toddler now. And when we found out the diagnosis, it was 3 weeks after his first birthday.
Oh.
So this was in the middle of balancing, childcare and a full-time career and everything that went along with the pandemic. And then to find out, okay, now we are in a battle, and we're going to go and we need to fight this. We're going to be in a daily prayer battle and a daily health care battle. Like mentally and physically and spiritually, you have to enter that. You enter it fully. And then here I am in my prayer time, like war room prayer for healing. And then the second half of my prayer would just be for wisdom of what our next step was. And I just knew, I don't know why we need to go. I just know that in order for this chapter to end, I'm going to have to open a new one. And it was just so clear to me that I knew that it had to be a God-sized plan, a God-sized journey. There's those moments where you just know. And this was one of them. And it's so beautiful to me now. We went through 319 days of treatment, and to be on, we've been in Nashville for a little bit over a week. We're the newest Tennesseans. I'm not even sure if that's the exact right term. Is that right? Someone should.
Yeah.
Comment.
Tennesseans. Yeah, there's even a newspaper called the Tennesseans. You're on the right track.
Okay, thanks. But it's so interesting how peaceful it has been. Just every part of this move, from the actual packing to the travel itself, to landing, to it's almost, it's like slightly, I don't even know how to describe it. It's just like a presence. Like I'm just feeling in it every day that, the doors have opened, people are reaching out, I guess just an observance of my toddler that, he was a year when this started, and he is a little over 2 now. And before this, I was a little bit nervous. Like, is he going to be able to handle this travel?
Yeah.
Is he going to love it? Is he going to hate it? Because we hadn't experienced it with him, we just didn't have a lot of context. And I have a natural traveler. He loved everything about it. Displacement, different hotel rooms, new room to sleep in, all the things that I had worries about. He was just like, Mommy, this is so great. I love this. And he's saying that, love it. And he says in his sweet little voice, Tennessee, Mommy, Tennessee. I'm like, do you like Tennessee? Tennessee. And it's just like the sweetest little things that sometimes, just calm your heart. And that has really been, I guess, the essence of what the journey has been. It's just been the process of calming your heart, of calming my heart, and giving me just strength to be what my husband needed. Without that something to look at, without that next step, without that chapter, without that clarity, I don't know that I would have been able to be the strength that was needed, because I would have been so focused on the questions and the worry. And instead, I was each day thinking about both, about like, okay, what's today? What's our battle today? But also this calm would just come over me of this beautiful thing that's coming. And I just had that feeling of like, I know this is a beautiful thing coming. And it's been, I'm in the middle of it. And of course, I don't know what the next steps will be or what the future will hold. We never do. But it's been really beautiful to see just this harmony in the journey.
It's like God gave you something to do, something to look toward, a purpose beyond the obvious, all-consuming everyday purpose of staying alive and getting through this very difficult time with so much uncertainty. And then at the same time, it's like, at least you knew you could follow those steps laid out for you. And that
Exactly.
is its own certainty in a beautiful way. And that's what faith can be, is this structure that we can rest in, I think, in these moments of like deep uncertainty. So now, where are you at in the healing journey with your husband?
He is currently cancer free, which, what an amazing, incredible, just, it's incredible to be able to say those words together. Um, but it is a difficult diagnosis. We're not in the clear, but we're in a really good place. We have a gift of time, and I've the gratitude that brings me now is drastically different than a year ago.
Yeah. Hmm. And to think of a year ago, I mean, you probably had no idea you would be sitting here talking on Reasons to Hope from Harmony Lane in Tennessee.
Oh, I didn't even mention that the actual street name is Harmony Lane. Like, all of these prayers that I was praying for harmony to be restored, for harmony and renewal, for harmony and healing, and the actual address, like, I literally see the street sign every morning. It is Harmony Lane. I just,
So beautiful.
yeah, what a beautiful little smile when I look out.
Oh, well, that is giving me so much hope. Thank you for opening your heart and sharing with us. This is such an encouraging story, and I love everything you wrote on rootandvinenews.com. Everyone can check out Jessica's article, where she goes through and gives a really beautiful depiction of the journey across country and a lot of what we've been talking about today. But yeah, so much hope, so much. I'm just so grateful to hear
And
this.
Kate, how
Thank
are
you.
you doing today? How are
I'm
you?
good. I'm
This is a
good.
heart to heart. It goes both ways.
Hey, hang on. I didn't know I was gonna have to say something. I'm hanging in there, but you know what? I have so much to be thankful for, and I just every day I'm amazed at the simple, the simple delights, the simple gratitudes, the breeze across my face when I sit on the porch, and the ways that the trees are just starting to change just the slightest bit. And I could use, a little bit slower of a change, but if
Are you embracing the change now?
not
A few
fully, I
weeks
know that I
ago,
wrote about it and I'm supposed to be, but definitely like still not really with it. But no, it's been beautiful, and I have so many tomatoes still. If anyone has suggestions on what to do with so many tomatoes, besides give them to the entire neighborhood, which I've already been doing, everyone's like, no, we're good. That's kind of where I'm
oh, I
at.
love garden fresh tomatoes.
They're so good. They're so good. I'm like, you don't understand. My fridge is full. I'm gonna tonight just cook a bunch of sauces and things and start putting them in the freezer. So everything is really beautiful and really good. I'm so thankful, and yeah, once again, just happy to be talking about reasons to hope.
Yeah,
So
and what a unique path to a friendship that we have had, of coming in
I
through each
know.
other's lives during this crazy moment in mine and this
Yeah,
beautiful project. And yeah,
yeah.
just what a fun, beautiful little journey.
I'm so glad. And it's so interesting too that I was in Nashville for so long, and then as I was leaving, you were coming, and we had mutual connections that are still,
Mhm.
have brought us together in this way where we get to work alongside one another. I'm ever grateful for that. So yeah,
Me too.
thank you. So next week we're back on at 3 on
On
Monday,
Monday.
assuming the internet's still there.
Yeah.
And this week, read Jessica's story, be inspired, and let us know what's giving you reasons to hope. There are all these beautiful posts that have been going up on Root and Vine. I love the quote cards. I love the scriptures. I'm constantly encouraged. And so everyone join in and letting us know, how are these verses and stories impacting your life, and in what ways are you experiencing reasons to hope throughout the week? We would love to hear. So thank you all. Thank you, Jessica.
Thank you,
We'll
Kate.
see you all next week. Bye.